Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want to remind you today, you were born for such a time as this. You're not here by accident. You're not a mistake. You're not too late and you're certainly not too early. You are right on time. So what can you do in life? What should you do in this era? Let me tell you what I believe. You already know. Deep inside you, God has placed dreams, gifts, callings and passions. Some of you have talked yourself out of it, saying, I'm not qualified. But let me tell you, God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. He qualifies the call. You may say, I'm just one person. But never underestimate the power of one person on fire with purpose. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself the way your Creator believes in you. In this fast-moving, complicated era, the question isn't just what's possible. The real question is, what are you willing to believe is possible for you? Because what you believe sets the boundaries for what God can do through you. Maybe you face disappointments, delays, even doors slammed in your face. But delay is not denial. Detour is not defeat. Sometimes God uses rejection as direction. That no, you heard. It's because a better yes is coming. So don't get stuck in yesterday. Don't live off old victories or past failures. It's a new era, and new oil won't flow into old wineskins. It's time to stretch. It's time to grow. It's time to rise up and say, I am available and I'm ready. You ask me what you can do in life. What you should do in this era? You're the one who tells me. Your faith tells me. Your hunger tells me. Your obedience, even when it's uncomfortable, tells me. You were made for this. Don't shrink. Don't hide. Step up, show up, and let your light shine. When you think about your life and the moment in history where you find yourself, it's easy to feel small or insignificant. Maybe you look around and wonder, why me? Why now? What difference can I possibly make? But the truth is, you were born for this very time. Not by chance or coincidence, but by divine design. Every generation has its challenges and opportunities, and this one is no different. The fact that you are here alive and breathing means that you have a purpose uniquely tailored to this moment in history. Consider the world you've inherited. It's complex, fast-moving, and full of change. New technologies, shifting cultures, global challenges, and unprecedented opportunities surround you every day. It might feel overwhelming, but it also means that the possibilities before you are greater than they have ever been. You are not living in an era of limitation. You are living in an era of expansion, and you were put here to take advantage of that, to contribute to it, and to shape what comes next. Think about the people who came before you. Their struggles, their victories, and their legacy. They paved a path that led directly to you, and now it's your turn to walk that path with courage and conviction. You carry the hopes and dreams of those who came before. But you also bring something new to the table. Your voice, your vision, your unique gifts. This era needs what only you can offer. Sometimes life feels like a series of random events, but when you step back, you begin to see the pattern. Your birth, your background, your experiences, all these threads come together to prepare you for this season. There is a purpose in your pain, a reason for your resilience, and a calling that matches your character. You might not understand all of it now, but rest assured, the Creator of the universe has a perfect plan for your life. The timing of your life is not an accident. You didn't arrive too early or too late. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Just as a farmer plants seeds in the right season for a good harvest, your life has been timed perfectly to flourish in this moment. God's timing is impeccable, and He has positioned you to make a difference in ways you can't even imagine yet. When doubt creeps in, reminding you of your limitations or the world's problems, remember this. You are designed for divine appointments. People in history who changed the world often thought they were ordinary, but they showed up anyway. They trusted that their time had come and that they had a role to play. And just like them, you were born for this era to rise to the challenge and fulfill your destiny, puzzle your destiny. Every invention, every movement, every breakthrough that has shaped our world started with someone who believed they belonged in the era. You are no different. You are part of a generation that has been equipped with knowledge, connectivity, and tools that no other time has had. This gives you a unique advantage, and with it, a responsibility to step into your calling boldly. Look around you. The world is waiting for your contribution. Your ideas, your talents, your compassion, all of these are needed right now. You were not created to sit on the sidelines or live in fear. You were born for this era, and your life has meaning far beyond what you may have realized. This moment is your stage, and your time is now. From the moment you took your first breath, God planted something inside of you that no one else has, a unique combination of gifts, passions, and dreams that make you who you are. These aren't random feelings or fleeting thoughts. They are divine signposts guiding you toward your purpose. When life feels confusing or the path seems unclear, it's important to remember that the answers you seek are already inside you. You don't have to look outside yourself for validation or direction. Because God has equipped you with everything you need. Your passions are more than hobbies or interests. They are the sparks that ignite your soul. When you feel alive and energized by something, that is God's way of pointing you toward your destiny. Don't ignore those moments of excitement or curiosity. They are clues to what you are meant to do, what will bring you fulfillment, and where your talents can make the biggest impact. Often your heart knows the way, even when your mind is full of doubts. Dreams are powerful, and they come from a place deep within you. Some dreams may seem too big, too bold, or too impossible. But remember, God is a God of the impossible. Your dreams are the blueprint of your future. They are whispers from God's voice, encouraging you to move forward, to stretch, and to trust that He will lead you through every challenge. Never be ashamed of your dreams. Embrace them and allow them to shape your journey. Your gifts are the tools God gave you at birth. Talents, skills, and abilities that are uniquely yours. These are the resources you can use to serve others, solve problems, and create change in this world. No one else can do what you do exactly the way you do it. When you use your gifts, you step into your identity and purpose. Sometimes it takes time to discover these gifts. But once you do, they become the foundation of a meaningful life. Life may throw obstacles your way, and people might try to discourage you. But always remember that the fire inside you is too powerful to be extinguished. Your passions and dreams are God's way of telling you to keep going. They are the fuel that drives perseverance. When you tap into what God has placed inside you, you gain strength to overcome every setback and fear. Don't be afraid to explore and experiment. Sometimes the way forward is revealed through trial and error. But no matter what path you take, stay connected to those inner whispers. Ask yourself, what excites me? What makes me lose track of time? What problems do I want to solve? These questions help you uncover the truth about who you are and where you belong. Listening to your inner voice is a form of faith. It means trusting that God placed those gifts, passions, and dreams inside you for a reason. When you honor that truth, you open the door to purpose-filled living. You begin to live with intention, knowing that you are moving towards something greater than yourself. Your answers are not out there in some distant place or complicated formula. They are right inside your heart. When you align your life with those inner treasures, you create a path of joy, impact, and fulfillment. So lean into what's already within you. Because that's where your true calling begins. So, one of the most freeing truths you can ever embrace is that you don't have to be perfect to make a difference. So many people hold themselves back because they feel unworthy, unqualified, or not good enough. But the reality is, God never called the perfect people to do His work. He calls ordinary people, sometimes broken, sometimes flawed, because His power shines brightest through our weaknesses. You don't have to have it all figured out before you start. In fact, you'll grow stronger as you walk in obedience. But think about the greatest leaders and heroes in history. They weren't perfect. Some had fears, doubts, and made mistakes along the way. What set them apart was their willingness to step out, despite their imperfections, and trust that God would equip them as they went. Your imperfections don't disqualify you. They actually make room for God's grace and power to show up in your life. When you admit your limitations, you make space for God's limitless strength. God doesn't expect you to have all the answers or every skill before you begin. What He wants is your willingness to say yes and to be available. When you do that, He takes what you have, your talents, your heart, your time, and multiplies it beyond what you could imagine. The qualification for your calling isn't based on your resume or past achievements. It's based on your faithfulness to the calling itself. Remember the stories of people in Scripture who were called by God? Moses had a speech impediment. David was the youngest shepherd boy. Peter was impulsive and often made mistakes. None of these flaws stopped God from using them. He doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. He equips the call. That means you can trust that as you step into your purpose, God will provide everything you need. Wisdom, strength, courage, and favor. Don't let fear of failure hold you back. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. It's part of success. Every step you take, even when you stumble, is shaping you and preparing you. Perfectionism is a trap that delays your destiny. Instead, embrace progress over perfection. Each small act of obedience builds momentum for something greater. Sometimes you might feel like you're not enough, like you're missing qualifications or experience. But God sees your heart and your potential, not just your present circumstances. He's more interested in your character and willingness than your credentials. Even credentials. When God calls, He calls to transform. Your not enough becomes more than enough when God steps in. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect skill set, or the perfect confidence. Start where you are with what you have and watch how God works miracles through your obedience. The power you need is not in you alone. It's the power of the one who called you. And that power is unstoppable. So instead of asking, why didn't they choose me? Start asking, God, what are you choosing for me? Some of the most successful, influential people you know today have a past filled with rejection. They were told more dozens of times before the right yes came. But they didn't give.